Let us pray. Dear Lord, help us remember that it isn't the miracles you did that make you worthy of praise. And help us take to heart your mother's words as she instructed the servants at Cana. Do whatever Jesus tells you to do. These are timeless instructions for all of your followers. Amen. Hey, Mr. Kid.
Hi, Lee.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
I hear you're going to do a magic trick for us today.
I can make pizza disappear.
Mr. Ken, I can make pizza
You
disappear.
can make pizza disappear?
What?
Okay.
Give us a little.
Well, okay. I have a little pizza I can make disappear.
Oh, okay. It's a little
It's
wooden
a little pizza.
token, and
Yeah, says
not eating
pizza
that.
right on there.
Cute. So how do you do this?
So you just sort of like hold it right here,
Okay.
and you grab it, and you pull it, and you...
You did it!
It's gone. You want to look in there? You want to look up
It's
this
not
thing?
there. It's
Well,
not there.
Ha! Well,
Pretty
Chris,
good.
come over here.
Hey, Chris. What are you doing?
I'm making pizza come out of your ear.
What? Whoa! That's impressive.
That was cool. Yes, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to show the... You did it again. There you go.
Well, let's have our lesson.
Well, so I'm going to start off by reading our lesson for today.
Okay.
And it comes from the Gospel according to John, chapter 2. All right. On the third day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. When the wine gave out, the mother of Jesus
What
said
does
to
that
him,
mean when the wine gave out?
it sounds like they ran out of wine.
There's no more wine.
There's no more wine, and this is a wedding celebration.
That
So
would
when the
be
wine
a
gave out.
boring party if there was no more wine
Yeah.
at the wedding. Okay.
So anyway, when the wine gave out, the mother of Jesus said to him, they have no wine. And Jesus said to her, woman, what concern is that to you and to me? My hour has not come. His mother said to the servants, do whatever he tells you. Now, standing there were 6 stone water jars for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to them, fill the jars with water. And they filled them up to the brim. He said to them, now draw some out and take it to the chief steward. So they took it. When the steward tasted the water that had become wine and did not know where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, the steward called the bridegroom and said to him,
Ew. Oh, gross. You're going to drink it? Looks like battery acid. That's disgusting.
when the steward tasted the water that had become wine and did not know where it came
Tastes
from,
just like wine.
though the steward who had drawn the water knew, the steward called the bridegroom and said to him, everyone serves the good wine first, and then the inferior wine after the guests have become drunk. But you have kept the good wine until now. Jesus did this, the first of his signs, in Cana of Galilee, and revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him.
Sounds like Jesus was a magician to me.
I don't think so.
No.
We have to
Magic.
kind of make a distinction here. this is really no magic trick. I mean, a magic trick involves deception, right?
Right.
Well, do you think this is really wine?
No.
Might be battery acid, but it's not wine.
It probably isn't either of those things. There's a trick.
There was a trick to that.
Here, bring me one of those empty cups.
What is this?
Oh, one for each of us.
Do you think I can change this water some more?
Let's
Look.
see.
Well, there's some wine for you.
Oh.
And
Mr.
there's some
Ken.
wine for you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And here's some. Oh, wait. Mine always turns green.
What is wrong with his?
Well, that's because somebody didn't set this trick up correctly. But that's not what
It's a
Jesus was
trick.
doing.
Jesus did not use trickery in this. He literally created not only just wine, but very good wine.
He did. It
Wine.
wasn't a trick. It was a miracle.
A miracle.
A miracle is not a trick. A miracle is God's action here on earth in a way that can't be explained. A trick is
Deception.
is sort of a sneaky gimmick.
A gimmick.
Yeah. So
And I love magic.
Yeah.
I love watching magic
Mhm.
shows. But magicians are very careful, notoriously careful, not to reveal
So,
the trick. They
why
use.
is this story about a miracle in this part? Is the important thing whether or not there was a trick? Or is the story a more important story about something else?
I think it's important for a couple of reasons. What were you gonna?
I don't think so. I think it's really important for showing hospitality and showing that they really care about what's going on.
The people at that party.
And
Yeah.
also it starts to give an insight on Jesus and what he can actually do.
It's true. I think that people at a wedding were embarrassed to be running out of wine. And one of the worst things that you can do in a Middle Eastern culture is run out of food or run out of wine.
When you're entertaining.
When you're entertaining, you invite people over and then you're expected to provide in a way that makes everybody feel full and welcome.
When we were doing Room in the Inn here in person, I was always afraid I would end up running out of food or not wine, but food or drinks. They can't have wine.
No.
But, so I probably made way extra than I needed to, but
Just to ensure that your guests, and that's what our Room in the Inn guests are, they're guests that are invited into our church home, make sure they would have every hospitality that they deserve. That's kind of cool. This was actually Jesus's first miracle of note. So this is the start of his ministry. He's 30 years old at this point.
So we're in a new season,
New season, that is
and
right.
it's called Epiphany.
Epiphany. These are the Sundays of Epiphany.
And Epiphany is when the world figures out who Jesus is. They go, kind of have that moment where they go, oh my gosh, you're not just another ordinary guy. There's something special about you. It starts when the kings come to visit Jesus in the manger,
The manger. Mhm.
and they
In
say,
Bethlehem.
this is no ordinary baby.
So you've heard of the 12 days of Christmas, right? There's even a song about it. Well, the celebration of Epiphany takes place on that 12th day. That's when we recognize the moment when the three wise men, having followed the star, arrived at Jesus' side. This is when Jesus is first revealed and recognized as God made human, coming to the people as a tiny baby. During the Sundays following Epiphany, we remember and recognize Jesus as God's Son and see how he reveals himself to the people around him. This season of the church lasts between 4 and 9 weeks, depending on when Lent begins. Lent, that church season of preparation that leads up to Easter Sunday, has a date that floats around on the calendar. So, we are now in the church season known as the Sundays of Epiphany.
And then a week earlier in our studies, I don't know if any of you were at church, but we had the baptism of Jesus.
Oh, that's
And
right.
God's voice actually came down from heaven saying, "This is my son, my beloved." So we're starting to see Jesus be revealed as God's son, God's child, a
God's.
special person on earth with a special mission.
Yep.
But as he said, he and his mother had that little interchange at the beginning where he says, "My time has not yet come."
He's not ready yet.
But what does mom do?
She says, "We've got a problem here. Go fix it."
She kind of pulls the mom card out.
She does.
Just, I don't care. Sorry it's not on your schedule, son,
Yeah.
but go make us some wine.
Go make us some wine. So evidently, that maybe was his first public miracle, but perhaps he was doing little miracles around the house.
Ooh. Oh, I ran out of eggs again. Who
That would be an
knows?
interesting miracle. Oh,
But I do think it's kind of cool that his first public miracle is at a party. It's a happy time.
that's when the guests start to be amazed. When the world starts to be amazed, it's like, oh my gosh, we've got God's Son here on earth.
Yeah. We have a story today about hospitality. Let me show the cover. It's called No Dogs Allowed.
That doesn't sound very nice for dogs.
It doesn't sound very hospitable. And it's a fairly wordless book. It's mainly pictures.
Okay.
So I thought we would flip through it and
Okay.
just sort of look at it and make some comments. But really, kids, this is going to be a book that I want you to look closely at these pictures, and you'll find some lovely little, fun little details in it as the story moves along.
No Dogs Allowed, written by Linda Ashman and illustrated by Kristen Sora.
That guy's Alberto.
Alberto, and he is at Alberto's City Lights restaurant. He must be the shopkeeper.
And here comes a dog.
Yeah, there's a dog and a
The
boy.
dog of the title, No Dogs Allowed.
You know, if you look at the sign, it just says welcome.
Yeah, that sounds hospitable.
Yeah, it seems like everybody can come
Hospitality.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
But then there's a little speech bubble there, and the owner of the store is saying, "Uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh."
Oh, he looks a little bit worried. He's erasing the sign that
It said
says
welcome.
welcome.
And now it says,
No dogs allowed.
No
No.
dogs allowed.
because he saw the dog coming?
Mhm.
Oh.
That's very nice.
And he thinks he's got it taken care of.
Let's see.
And he said, what?
Uh-oh.
Because somebody's coming by
Somebody with a cat.
cat.
This guy doesn't want to sell any food to anyone.
Think any cats or dogs.
And
Yeah.
here's a magician.
Magician, just like Mr. Ken.
Mm-hmm.
Just not like me.
So now what is he writing on the sign?
No
Dogs,
dogs
or
or cats or bunnies allowed?
Because the magician, of course, had a bunny.
Okay. Ah,
Here's an actual customer with no animals at all, so he's very happy.
yeah.
And what does the shopkeeper say?
Welcome. What now?
What's he saying?
A kangaroo. This is a fun city to live in, man. I'm telling you, you've got kangaroos going down the
So
street.
he has to change his sign yet again.
Alberto's of Australia. No one with fur allowed.
Okay, that kind of covers it all, don't
Yeah,
you think?
I would think so. Yeah, you would think. Unless you bring.
Oh, now what's going on here? I see a lady selling lemonade.
Oh, this person doesn't have a sign saying no anything allowed outside of her stand.
Is she selling lemonade to the people who have pets?
It kind of looks like it. Oh, no one with fur or feathers allowed. I guess that rules out the guy with the parrots.
The parrots.
And now here's an armadillo.
What is the armadillo?
Right there.
Because of course you gotta have animals going down the street.
So what does the sign say? Wait, back up. What does the sign say now?
Well, no one with fur, feathers, or shells allowed.
Because of the armadillo.
Oh yeah, because the armadillo doesn't
thing is-
have fur or feathers, but it does have a
It
shell.
has a shell.
You know.
The elephant is in the room.
There's an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
No.
he's added to it again.
What do you think he's afraid of?
No one with fur, feathers, shells, or scales
Oh, because of
allowed.
the lizard. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, pretty soon he's gonna rule out everybody. Or trunks.
Or trunks allowed. But all these people have been rejected.
They're all getting ice cream cones, that's for sure.
Lemonade.
Or lemonade. And he's saying,
We got a pig.
wait, come back.
Hey, that's his one customer. Got up and left.
Yeah.
That's not
it's-
good.
No. Oh, all these people are getting lemonade.
And ice cream.
He's not making it go away.
Or Alberto is not selling any food.
Oh, he's starting to look sad.
He's looking sad.
Go
Yeah.
on. Oh, I almost feel sorry for him, except he's.
Yeah, I think that the problem is somewhere inside of him, though, because
That dog just licked him on the face.
oh, well, that'll fix a lot of problems in the world if you a good dog kiss.
Made him happy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, has something happened here? She's having to turn people away. She says,
Sorry.
oh,
So
what has happened here?
the boy says, come on over.
And the restaurant owner has a whole tray full of cupcakes.
Well, that might work well.
Animals like it too.
I think that the animals, if the animals are welcome, then the people will come too.
And somebody's up changing the name of the sign of his restaurant. It was Alberto's City Lights Restaurant.
Oh, what's it
And
gonna be
now he's taken the letters down.
Oh, All Critters Bistro.
He used the same letters and rearranged them to write All Critters Bistro.
That's a restaurant for everybody.
That's hospitality.
That's hospitality. Come back soon. If you have cupcakes, I will.
Very important to be open and let everybody know that they're all welcome.
Well, that was a cute book. I loved the illustrations in it.
Well, I think the guy eventually figured it out that if you don't welcome everybody, then nobody feels welcome.
Oh, that's a good synopsis of it. And
Yeah. And if you're in the business of like selling food at a restaurant, you need everybody.
Customers.
You need customers, and they have to feel welcome.
But it is interesting that Jesus' first miracle ties in with welcoming and hospitality and helping people feel part of this gathering. And the book was more or less the same thing. You need to be welcoming.
Hey guys, here's a video from those clever people over at Saddleback Kids.
Stories of the Bible. Jesus turns water into wine. This is Jesus,
Heyo!
who is the Son of God and the Savior of the world. Jesus was born in Bethlehem and grew up in Nazareth, where he grew in wisdom and favor with God
Oh, I see.
and man. One day, Jesus, his disciples, and his mother went to a wedding in Cana. In the middle of the party, the wine ran out.
Uh-oh.
So Jesus' mother, Mary, told him, "They have no more wine."
Aww.
Jesus replied, "Dear woman, that's not our problem. My time has not yet come."
Excuse me.
But Mary told the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Standing nearby were 6 stone water jars. The Jews used jars like these in their washing ceremony. Jesus told the servants, "Fill the jars with water."
Yeah, okay.
When the jars had been filled, he said, "Now dip some out and take it to the master of ceremonies." So the servants did what Jesus told them to. When the master of ceremonies tasted the water that was now wine, not knowing where it had come from, though of course the servants knew, he called the bridegroom over. A host always serves the best wine first. Then, when everyone has had a lot to drink, he brings out the less expensive wine. But you have kept the best until now. This miraculous sign in Cana in Galilee was the first time Jesus revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him.
Thank you, kids, for joining us today as we looked at Jesus' first public miracle and joining us for reading this book today, our good book, No Dogs Allowed.
No dogs allowed.
Join us
Very
next week as we learn a little bit more about Jesus as he reveals a little bit more about himself. So
Excited.
we'll see you next week. Check out this week's craft. You're going to be making wine and water.
Okay.
Is that right?
Something about a 6-pack.
You can say 6-pack. Bye, guys.
Bye.